it's time. The time hath come for a special community challenge edition of Total Improv Clue Edition. Wait, let me put on some mystery music. Spooky.
Loving the atmosphere.
Yep. It's, as you see, we've prepared Clue. It'd be funny if we were just welcome to Clue Edition, and then we just played Clue. And it was like a 20-minute stream. Here we are. Here it is. Total Improv Clue Edition. All we do is it's Clue. This was suggested by our patron Alolan Vulpix, who is also playing here right now.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You're gonna grate over that.
And we got 6 players here today. That's right, 6 players. Because Clue has 6 players. And I made a sheet for each one. Although, of course, they'll get to choose. And yes, we do have one new player here today. The creator of the Summonator himself, and Word document aficionado, Jack C. C. Jack.
Alright.
Our esteemed moderator, and now player. This is
Welcome.
He does it all.
I believe once many eons ago we did try 7 players, but we got 6 players here. But that's okay, because this is gonna be us. I mean, I think I don't know. I have an idea of how this will work, but we'll figure it out. For this special Clue edition, I've made special Summonator entries. I've added an extra special reward thing. I think a few. And I prepared some sheets. And I have one last gimmick that you'll see will come along. But obviously, as you can tell, this is going to be a murder mystery. Who was murdered? Well, we'll find out as we get started. And it has been decided eye contact is the best way to murder somebody. But first, to get this out of the way, the community challenge has been completed. Congratulations, everybody. I marked it as completed. I don't know if that actually displays anything, but there you go. Damn, chat's going wild for C-Jack. Look at this. Medium key Summonator, exactly as it suggests. You know, a medium level randomization. No, it's much more subjective than that. Okay. Anyways, other than Jack, and Alolan, we got today returning champ Reese P.
Hello.
Salty Pitchfork, a regular on our Monday Avatar Legends stream.
Hello. I don't know
Tsunade,
why I did that voice.
Tsunade, they've been with us a long, long time. And here Tsunade is again. He's ready to rock and roll.
Hi.
And Maria.
Howdy, rowdy.
Who I have no special introduction for, but you know what? She's got Moxie, kid. Right?
I'm flattered, thank you. I'm flattered, thank you, yes.
Yes. Yes, as chat notes, as y'all might note here, I added 2 special rewards. Aside from the Summonator options that you'll see if you use it, I added Summon Butler and Bestow Murder Weapon. So use your points for that, as you prefer. Okay, I mean, I suppose we should just get started, eh? So, I've gone through and I made, although they're randomized, they're all level 1 this time. They are randomized sheets, but their names are the same as the Clue characters. We got Professor Plum, Mrs. Peacock, Mr. Green, Mrs. White, Colonel Mustard, and Miss Scarlet. So that's one for each of you. But, of course, we got to figure out who gets what, so we'll just do the usual. Actually, hold on, wait a minute. I have a copy of Clue the Simpsons edition here, and I believe there are specific rules
Oh
for
my.
choosing.
I thought you got murdered there. It would be very
Yeah,
apt if someone
That's
just entered your house.
I'm
and
murdered, and that's the gimmick.
That's it.
Oh,
You got,
Then you gotta
gone
do
method.
the next 2 hours.
Whole
So-
method from Coke.
Setup, blah blah blah, different locations, sort the deck of cards. Lisa Simpson as Miss Scarlet always plays first. Well, that doesn't help. How do you choose who gets what?
I think it's just like
Well,
like most board games. Whoever just goes first gets to.
in
Yeah,
these
'cause you
Hasbro
just-
games, it's usually like youngest chooses first for some reason. But we're not gonna go around and ask each other's names because that would be weird. I mean, ages.
I'm the
So
newest player, so
we can all
just
just roll a
let me
1d20.
I pick first because I'm new.
Okay, yeah, sure. Wait, and then we'll go down the Discord list. So you get last choice, Alolan.
Okay.
So you only
Sorry.
roll.
Okay, never mind.
That's fine.
Thank you for your 1d20s. But Jack has suggested something in the true spirit of Clue.
Okay.
Cool.
So Jack, which one do you want? You're the newest player here. Yeah, we'll just go.
I
with
like
ascending.
that.
Jack.
I've had my eye on Mrs. White.
Okay, Mrs. White. There you go.
Kind of a MILF. I'm here for it.
Well, Maria, you're the second newest to Total Improv, so you get the next choice.
Professor Plum sounds fun.
Okay, Professor Plum. There you go. And I think the next then would be Reese.
Bad feeling about him, but I'm gonna go for Colonel Mustard.
Colonel Mustard. Okay. Then next choice goes to Tsunade.
I would want
Oh wait,
Mr.
Yes.
Green.
Mr. Green. Okay.
Yes.
And then Salty Pitchfork.
I guess I'll go Mrs. Scarlet.
Miss Scarlet.
Miss Scarlet. Sorry.
Yes. Remember, this game was made in like the 40s, and
I am unmarried. Everyone.
yes. And Alolan, I suppose that leaves you with Mr. Green?
Oh yes.
No, Tsunade got Mr. Green. Wait.
Yes.
Mrs. Peacock, I think.
Oh, Alolan,
That's
that leaves
fine.
you with Mrs.
Oh, yeah.
Peacock. Also, everyone farts.
Oh my.
Okay. So, we're gonna ask you a few questions, but since there's 6 players, and I don't think the questions are too relevant as regards this session specifically, we're not gonna ask much. But chat, if you got any questions for our players, we're just gonna go down the list here. I don't know if y'all can actually see the list right now. No, you can't. The activity feed is in the way. Get out of the way, activity feed. Okay. So, while they take a minute to look at their characters. Wait, we know the starting location. Oh wait, there was one thing I was going to ask the chat. Chat, there is the person who's murdered here. Traditionally, he's called Mr. Body, but obviously that's unacceptable. So, what's this guy's name? What's the name of the victim? Alfredo. I like Alfredo. If we bestow murder weapon, will it be in secret? No. Because I don't know how I would do that. I mean, it would be a secret from the other players, maybe. You just gotta time it right. How do you like murder? I don't know how to answer that question. Okay. We got Alfredo over here. Now, I turn to our players to ask them a few questions, and only a few questions each, because we got a lot. So let's get this underway. Professor Plum. Wow, handsome devil. How you doing? Professor?
I am doing well, student. How are you doing today?
We're doing good, Professor. We're here for a lovely gathering, a dinner party. We're here for a dinner party. I see you're a druid, a gladiator.
What the fuck? Wait, really? Hang on.
No, you're a professor. Don't worry about it. Just teach gladiation? I don't know. What do you teach?
Oh my.
I teach my students untraditional gladiation. I teach them how to heal each other faster. Instead of fighting each other to the death, I'm teaching them how to build each other up. It's true camaraderie. It's a man-to-man sport. Yes.
Here's just a few questions, Professor Plum, from the chat. What are you professor of? Well, wait, we already answered that. Question to everyone on the list. Okay, so I guess I'll ask you first. Obviously, most of you are named after a color. If your name could be a different color, what would it be?
Well, the alliteration is very important to me, so perhaps Professor Periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
Is what I would say.
Your favorite plant?
Peppers.
Likes peppers. And your relation to Mr. Alfredo here?
Alumni. He was not very good. He was not very good in my class, but you know what they say about C's. They get degrees.
Former student, but he's done well for himself in his mansion. Last question. Somebody stole your precious instrument.
Well, not too well. I mean, he's dead.
Do you know who stole your precious instrument?
I'm afraid I do not. That too is under mystery.
Instrument stolen... Question mark? Okay. Thank you, Alfredo. Very sus, I agree. Okay.
What?
Next up, Mrs. Peacock.
Hello.
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 You're a great old one warlock urchin, so you're pretty impoverished. Why, what are you doing in Alfredo's mansion? What connection brought you here?
Well, some food. They were offering it, so I just came.
Came for free food. Questions for Mrs. Peacock, folks? Oh, yes. If your name could be a different color, what would it be?
Miss Teal. I feel like that'd be a nice name. Oh, shit.
Mrs. Teal? Sorry, I was just looking at the spells. You
I
know,
didn't know
illusory
what to do
script.
that.
Remember, folks.
I didn't see those. Thank you.
Wait, what does this say? Your spell attack bonus, is 1. Okay. Because
Well,
you
I
have
am
a
a
charisma
bird.
of -1.
Well, yeah, I'm a bird. What do you expect? I'm not good people.
What's your favorite animal?
Well, Mr. Komodo Lord, or... Well, Komodo Dragon, or the Lord.
You like
that's
your-
how
You're a peacock, but you like Komodo dragons. Got it. And, final questions. What hardships have you been through?
Well, see, I get chased around a lot, because sometimes when I don't sprawl my wings, people think I'm a turkey, so they want to try to eat me.
I see.
So it's tough going city to city.
What happened to Mr. Peacock? Maybe he was murdered. Mr. Green.
Yes.
I like how you made a skittle border around the skittles. Mr. Green. You're a barbarian soldier. A veteran of the war. I see.
Oh, yes.
What war?
The big war between the Candylands.
Candy War. You were in the Candy War. I see. What's your relation to Mr. Alfredo here?
I was invited to.
Yes.
I got invited to discuss my deep suppressed feelings.
You
But
have suppressed
they-
feelings? What?
They, my closest friend got destroyed just in front of me, trying to protect me in the war.
What was their name?
Count Drengden.
Count Drengden.
Yes.
Okay. What hardships have you been through? What is the best way to be green and save the environment?
All candy should be green.
All
That's the
candy
best
should be
way.
green.
Yes.
Wow.
That will save. That will save the world.
As an M&M, what is your opinion on Skittles?
Green's best. All the others just midi-core.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Green. Mrs. White.
What?
Hello, Mrs. White. You are a bard, an outlander, exile, or outcast.
Mhm.
But you're back in the country now. Why?
Why am I back?
Yeah.
To sell drugs.
To sell drugs?
Yes, with my husband, Walter White.
Oh my God. Sells drugs with Walter White. And what are you doing at Mr. Alfredo's mansions?
I'm selling drugs.
Okay, he added a meth addiction. Secret meth addiction. Understood. Well, that answers your question, Calico. What wins in a fight, brains or brawn?
Brains. Easy.
I see you'll bring terrible wrath upon the evildoers who destroyed your homeland. A motive, perhaps? Who destroyed your homeland?
Salamanca tribe.
Homeland destroyed by Salamanca.
Yes, and then they exiled me for selling drugs.
I see. We got a lot going on here. All right. Thank you, Mrs. White. Questions for Colonel Mustard and Reese. Sorry, you said your sheet went blank? Oh, I think you just accidentally hit the bio button.
No, I checked the whole sheet. It's all gone.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, it's
I don't
literally
want to
just come
gaslight
back.
you.
now.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we got Colonel Mustard. Questions for Colonel Mustard. You're a rogue acolyte. I see, a religious man.
Yes, I'm quite an old man, so I tend to forget things like my class and my sheet.
What's your religion?
It's mind your own business.
You're a Myobit. You're a Myobite. Gotcha. What do you think of Colonel Sanders?
I think he should be drummed out of the army straight away.
What are your thoughts on fried chicken?
Delicious.
Would you reveal the murder weapon if you had it?
I'd think about it.
And your relation to Mr. Alfredo here?
Innocent bystander.
But, like, why are you at dinner at his house?
I was invited. He wanted to talk to me about his time in the army.
Invited as longtime friend. Got it. And mustache tips.
Always. Wax, comb, wax again.
Got it.
In that
Colonel
order?
Mustard.
Quite right.
We're moving on to Miss Scarlet, who has chosen an actual game piece.
I have an hourglass figure.
Yes, beautiful.
Achieved for many years.
Here in 1948, you were the pinnacle of beauty, Miss Scarlet.
How would you know it?
You're you're a mermaid, by the way. Ranger pirate.
A siren.
A pirate.
Well, privateer.
Privateer, I see. What do you do?
I sail from port to port, looking for the next Mr. X, Mrs. Scarlet.
Looking for new lovers. Do they divorce? Or something else? Oh, sorry, this game was made in 1943. Excuse me.
it, circumstances beyond my control.
I gotcha. Opinion on blood-sucking vampires.
Attractive.
Attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And your relation to Mr. Alfredo here, a love interest, perhaps?
Well, we used to go traveling together in our younger years, and we've recently reconnected.
I see. As a siren, do you think you're going to get called out as the main suspect?
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Miss Scarlet, what do you think about the recent boom of our economy? In 1943.
Well, the war effort has been, taxing on our nation. So, I suppose a boom in the economy would be good. I don't really read much. Not time for that.
Okay, that's enough questions. But while we set up, you can answer this question. Thoughts on prejudice against sirens / incubi / succubi, etc., etc.
Oh, it's terrible. The struggles they have to go through in life. It's horrible.
Yes.
I'm an ally.
As y'all can see, there are designated starting locations. I guess you're not coming in through the front door. Oh, Colonel Mustard, you don't have a token. You want me to find one for you?
Yes, please, old chap.
I'm just gonna look up Mustard and give you the first result. There you go.
I'll take anything. You learn in your old age not to be fussy.
You get a hat.
Marvelous.
What are you doing for our troops? Okay, let's not get political here. In 1943, about war, okay?
No politics happening in 1943 that we know of. It's a fairly apolitical time.
Yes. Okay. Here's Mrs. White. Here's Mr. Green. Oh, and we got our first butler summoned already. We haven't even started yet. Hey, who moved Mrs. White?
I think I just deleted.
Yeah, don't get rid of Mrs. White. Yeah.
The butler is very punctual.
Here's Mr. Green.
Yes.
Here's Mrs. Peacock. You know what? Why don't we have the butler introduce each of you in turn? And I guess this is the name of the butler. Thanks, Bulbasaur. Here's Professor Plum. The professor. Oh, and Professor Plum, you're starting with a murder weapon. No, you're supposed to put what the murder weapon is. What's the who are you giving? What are you giving to Professor Plumj? Oh yes, thanks for the catch, folks. Excuse me. We'll just put that right there and get started. It was a stormy night at Alfredo Manor, where our story begins. A dinner was called by Mr. Alfredo to bring along all his friends. But alas, on this sordid night, a murder did occur, and Mr. Alfredo definitely would end up dead, for sure. Okay, Professor Plum, you have a floppy dildo.
At all times, naturally.
You have a floppy dildo in your pocket.
It's gonna be the record for how quickly this derailed.
Now, one last thing. I'm going to roll a 1d6 here. Only I know who that 6 applies to. And they are going to be the murderer. And they'll know. I'm going to message them in over Discord.
Good deal.
Okay. I see.
It's really early.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, a week and a half ago.
All right. No. Well, it's just a murder weapon. It's not the murder weapon. We can have as many murder weapons as we want. You just have a floppy dildo.
Oh, good.
Anything's a murder
okay.
weapon if you're brave enough.
Yes. That being said, it could be damning evidence even if you didn't do the murder.
Duly noted.
It is a weapon that could be used to murder. In that sense, it is a murder weapon. Look, let's not get hung up on semantics. Let's start the story.
Hung up.
Ah,
Thank you.
Okay. Who shall we start with first? I guess we'll go in a clockwise fashion. So no, that's Mr. Alfredo. Here we go. I'm gonna try and do my best Tim Curry impression. Miss Scarlet, a pleasure for you to join us, says the butler, aka Richard Austin Butler Rab, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden.
Richard, so nice to see you again. How's the wife?
Haven't seen you in a long time. Oh,
No.
she's dead. A shame.
Oh, well, tends to happen to the best of us.
Mr. Alfredo will be very pleased to see you. Says Richard
Right.
Austin Butler Rab, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden. Please.
Well, Rab,
You may
Lead
move
the way.
freely, but make sure you roll a 2d6 and then move that number of spaces and then do it again every time.
very well. So I guess I rolled 2d6.
Yep.
So I can move 6 whole spaces.
Yep, at a time. That's how Clue works. Miss Colonel Mustard, a pleasure.
Evening, Dick. How's it going? Where's that chicken, Alfredo?
The Alfredo will be ready as per usual, Colonel.
Wait, good chap.
How goes the war effort?
I retired 35 years ago. Thanks for asking.
I see. Was a
Where can I find your
oh,
useless employer?
Apparently, Richard Butler is a prominent Conservative Party politician. The Times obituary called him the creator of the modern educational system, the key figure in the revival of post-war conservatives.
Oh, congratulations.
Anyway,
Is that Colonel Mustard I see?
Is that Miss Scarlet, I see?
It's
Good
been
evening.
quite long, old chap, hasn't
It
it?
has. The last time I saw you, I had both eyes.
Yes, indeed. Last time I saw you, my first husband was alive.
Ah, good times. Good times.
also, random events are now active. Please, Mr. Alfredo awaits in the dining room. I guess actually you're having dinner together. I'll go get the next one. Mrs. White, through the back entrance as per
Oh.
usual.
Yes.
I'm surprised
Nice.
you're back again after your exile.
Yes. I have duties here, you know.
Yes, Mr. Alfredo will be very pleased to see you.
He has told for me, yes. needs his deliveries.
Yes, but please stay for dinner.
Of course.
Mr. Green, welcome.
Hi. Good to see you.
How bodes the wife?
The wife, she is getting more stubborn over the
see.
years, you know. Started to wanting all kinds of weird stuff.
My condolences about Count Drangder.
Thank you so much.
Please, Mr. Alfredo awaits in the dining room. Mrs. Peacock! A pleasure. Oh, you're really quiet, Alolan.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
That's better.
Looking beautiful as always.
Well, thank you. It's good to have. Oh, well, thanks for having me.
Yes, we have a shower for you to use later if you prefer. Although apparently there's no bathroom in this house. Don't worry about that though.
I'll figure it out. You got a kitchen, right? Yeah, I can
Hello?
shower in the sink.
Yes. Hello. Oh. Okay, also, the butler has an iron fist on. Like, he literally just has a fist made of iron. Just has an iron fist. And the iron fist will now give a monologue after introducing Professor Plum, because I think we should take a moment here to introduce Professor Plum.
Oh, okay.
Professor Plum, a pleasure.
Greetings. The pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
We look forward to your expertise. Alfredo always had glowing reviews of your lectures.
Oh, I am so honored to hear this. It has been too long.
My condolences about your stolen instruments.
It is how things go. Sometimes instruments are here for a season, sometimes they are here for a reason.
Yes. Is that a dildo in your pants, or you're just happy to be here? Haha, just kidding. Come on in. Hey, you didn't roll a 2d6.
Oh shit, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's very important. For the realism.
Are we like going in turns every time?
I don't know.
2d66. 78.
Sorry.
Okay, as you walk in,
Professor's wearing roller skates.
the butler walks off, and we're gonna zoom in on him here as he puts the iron fist on his hand. And he says, "Well, this is a very strange happenstance, isn't it? I Fisty." Yes, it is, says Fisty, and he's just talking out the side of his mouth as he moves his fingers. I think this is gonna be a dangerous night. A very dangerous night, Richard. Why do you think that, Fisty? Well, everyone here is very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Richard Austin, Butler Rab, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden. I'd stay careful. Who knows what might happen this night when so many strange fellows are gathered here in the dining room. Yes, yes indeed, says Richard Austin Butler Rab, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden. Well then. Okay, y'all can just keep rolling 2d6 till you get to the timer.
Oh, Mr. Mustard, you seem to have gone past the door.
It's the eyes. You see, I don't have the depth perception with just the one anymore. I usually find my way there. There's another door on the side.
Yes.
Tally-ho!
Very well. I passed through the other door to the dining room, which is very close to the first door for some reason.
Hey,
Easy
welcome,
access to the
friends, says Mr. Alfredo. Welcome to my dining room.
What's Miss Alfredo's first name?
Fettuccine.
Dear Fettuccine, it is so lovely to see you. Thank you for the invite.
Oh, my beloved Scarlet. He comes in and gives you a kiss on the back of the hand. Please, come and sit next to me.
yes,
Colonel
me,
Mustard.
Scarlet. That is my full name.
Colonel Mustard, it's an honor with having you as a guest. Mr. Green.
It's good to see you again, Freddy.
I'm looking forward to hearing your stories. Mrs. White, I'll meet with you in the billiard room after the dinner, eh? He winks. Oh, Professor Plum. I hope this mansion lives up to the standards you have set in the classes we used to have. And Mrs.
Oh, it
Peacock.
is.
I'm happy to always do charity work. Please.
Thank you. sorry. I was smoking. Let me put this out. Sorry. Thank you.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the bot isn't running in the chat, I think. Jack.
Alright, no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Also, all of the options appeared for Colonel Mustard, and I'm not sure what that means.
It just means I'm a man of the world, don't you know?
Okay, well, for now, since folks can't... Oh, no, it is working. Okay.
Is that?
Yes. They're voting, it just isn't talking in the chat. Huh.
Oh, yeah, they'll have to guess what they mean.
Yeah. Anyways, you folks know the deal. 1 applies to the first one, 2 to the second, 3 to the third. And because Seisman is a subscriber, I guess that's how that played out. Anyways. So, it's lovely having you all here today, says Fettuccine Alfredo. Would anyone like to make a speech? No? Okay. Fair enough.
I'm
Just
an
ask.
old man, Freddy. I don't make speeches anymore.
Oh,
I sit
Colonel
quietly in the
Mustard.
corner and nod off.
Colonel
Colonel
Mustard
Mustard, you
falls...
must-
Sorry, Colonel Mustard falls in love with the first thing he sees. And the
Oh, no.
butler also simultaneously teleports into the room behind him. So,
Richard
I
Austin,
guess
Butler, Baron Butler of Saffron
one,
Walden, I have something to tell you.
2...
You are easily the most beautiful butler I've ever seen in my life.
Oh. Thank you, says Richard Austin,
Ali-
Butler Rab, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden.
I lean past the butler to Colonel Mustard, like, his wife is dead, you know.
Well, that just
Oh,
means
is
he's got
that
an open
so?
space in his life.
Oh, well,
Isn't
I
it
love your
cool?
mustache, says Richard Austin, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden.
Thank you for noticing. There's 3 key things to remember with a good moustache. Wax, brush, wax. Sorry, forgot my words there. Lost a few teeth in the war.
Excuse me, says Fettuccine Alfredo. Mr. Mustard, I do not want to intervene, but as long as he is my butler, Richard Austin Butler, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden is not allowed to have any lovers or be a politician.
It's very progressive of you that it is not the homosexuality here that is the issue for you. Here in 1943, we are very
Yes.
accepting.
Wait, sorry, folks. Hold on. My doorbell just rang. I think my real doorbell, not the
Oh, no.
kitchen doorbell.
Oh no.
Getting
Corb's
the
about,
murder.
about to get murdered again.
It wasn't for me. We're good. Okay. You, yes, sir, says Richard Austin, looking down. He turns away from Colonel Mustard.
Tell me, Fettuccine, or Fettiwap as we used to call you back in the day, what's the point of keeping your butler chaste?
Is it a religious thing?
Yes. Here in 1943, it's about having him be subservient to me and only a me, as an aristocrat.
I did have a question about the fact that you're an Italian in 1943. Is that conflicting for
No.
you?
We're in my mansion in Sicily. That's not.
Oh, we're in Sicily? Okay.
What, you
I
doubt me,
wondered why.
Scarlet? Maybe I should just cast you aside, he says.
Oh, better men than you have tried.
Humph. And you, Professor Plum. Honestly, I heard of the way you talk about me, saying C's get degrees and such. I talked with the university. I'm going to cut off your tenure tomorrow, he says.
Well, I do with you all the luck in your endeavors. My
And the-
tenure is untouchable.
And Mrs. Peacock, I didn't actually invite you here for a dinner. I invited you here so all the rich people could scoff at you and be classist.
I mean, I'm still in the same room with you guys, so I mean, still a win for me.
And
Me next.
And Mr. Green, I was the Count Drangdar. I'm the one who had tarnished his name in the obituaries. Just cause him and I were business partners and we had a falling out.
How could you? He was a great man. A lot better than you could ever hope to become.
And Mrs. White, brought you here to tell you that I'm expanding my business into math. So, you're gonna be out there competing soon. Now that you're
Nice.
all in this room with a motive to murder me, he says.
You could have at least served us dinner
As if-
first, old man.
Yes.
It's time to
When
start dinner.
will... Oh,
Ah,
grand. What are we having in 1943 in Sicily as the Allies invade?
awkward conversation.
What else? We're having baked anarchist.
A what?
Baked anarchist. I'm a fascist.
Oh, interesting. I always... These interesting political discussions always go over my head, so...
Yummy. All of a sudden, the lights go out. Panic ensues.
Oh
Wait,
god, I think the other eye stopped working.
Why
No.
did the lights go out? Why can you still see what's going on? It's supposed to be the lights should have just gone out. Dang it.
It has.
There we go.
Oh, okay, it didn't go
They
out
are on my screen.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Ah! You hear a ah!
Save the sherry!
And when the lights come back on, Mr. Body is dead.
Oh, what's he gone and done this time?
Wait, sorry, hold on. Let me try that again. When the lights turn back on, Mr. Body is dead.
Oh,
Surprised gasp.
Oh, I've seen worse.
Wait, where's the butler gone?
Right here
darn.
with the baked anna. Oh my goodness! Someone killed Mr. Alfredo. He
Where did you get
drops
off
it and the
to,
baked
Ricky Boston,
anarchist
Butler,
falls all over
Baron?
the floor.
Where were you when the lights went off? Richard Austin, Butler, Rob, Baron, Butler, Saffron Walden.
I was in the kitchen,
Yes.
but all of you were here in the dining room, I think.
And you... What of the doors? Were they closed or were they open?
They were open.
Are there light switches in this room?
I'm calling the police, he says.
On your way back, bring me a sherry.
Make that too.
2 sherries.
3 if you don't mind.
During this entire
Just
time,
bring 6. Just bring
Just
Mrs.
take
Scar-
some to everyone. I believe all of us would need one.
during this entire time, Mrs. Scarlet is smoking from one of those really long smoking holders. What are they called? Cigarette holders.
The I think
Meth
that's what they're
pipe?
called.
Those long pipes.
Tiny chimneys.
Yeah, you stick a cigarette in the back, but it's like a long plastic tube.
It's healthier this way.
Ah, modern medicine, it's a marvel.
Mm. Speaking of, I recently tried cocaine, and that was really helpful with my back pain.
Oh.
Anyway, the murdered body.
So
Ah,
here's the
yes.
thing. Why do any of us care that who murdered him? Like, we all wanted him dead, so...
That is true.
Chat, can I get the name of a police detective?
Oh.
An Italian police detective?
I mean, the
Mr.
meal's
Sherlock
ruined. We may as well solve
Holmes.
the murder just to pass the time at this point.
I suppose there's in typical fettuccine tradition, he didn't prepare any entertainment for the evening, so perhaps this will have to suffice.
Exactly.
I know how to entertain, if you guys are interested.
Oh,
Well,
well,
the substance abuse may need to wait for now.
I don't think the
you
police
men
will-
don't know how to multitask.
Word put
I'm a
away.
75-year-old man. I barely know how to monotask.
Scarlet, guffaws. What's the guffaw? What is that
Guffaw.
word? I can't say it. Guffaws. Oh,
All
you
of a
child.
sudden, Professor Plum's pet chicken dies.
What?
I don't mean to alarm anyone. We may be dealing with a serial killer.
Gawk!
At this murder, Scarlet screams in the horror movie fashion.
He's overwhelmed.
Not the chicken.
I put in like a murder most foul one, but also then I made murder most foul with a W as a joke.
Gotta keep them on their toes.
Can I inspect the body?
Yeah, yes.
Because I rolled
fine.
just enough spaces to stand next to him.
Roll investigation, or did you? Did I not even see you? Okay. Roll investigation.
Let me see. Let me find my glasses.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, not 20 in that one.
You
Brand
solved
new
it.
spectacles, don't you know?
Yo, thanks to your amazing experience in the war and your keen eye, of which you have
Yes.
one,
Keen eye.
Doing the work of two.
you deduce that he was definitely killed. Oh my god, here's the dead chicken. I guess we don't even need to put the X on. He was definitely killed by brute bludgeoning force from a dildo.
I don't mean to worry anybody further, but this man's been beaten to death by a marital aid.
Ah.
Who took any of that with them here?
Nobody touched the body. It's me, Detective Edward Batoli.
I think that came a bit too late. He's
Nobody's
already been
nobody's
fingering
leaving
it.
this mansion.
I mean,
Until-
I have an entire suitcase full of marital aids, but they're in my car.
A likely story. Oh, thanks for the sub, Jay. A likely story, says Edward Batoli. Now, nobody's leaving this mansion until we get to the bottom of this murder.
A likely story, you say, Edward Patoli.
Yes, I, Edward Batoli. Played by
He
guest
said a
star
likely
Jason
story.
Derulo.
Audience claps.
Yeah, hold on. He bursts into... He says that and smiles at the camera.
There it is.
Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Well, if you say all of your marital aids are in the car, do you mind if I search each one of you? First and
Search
foremost,
away.
to find a weapon. Not now, woman, he says.
Do you have a warrant?
No, this is
Warrant?
1943 fascist Italy. I don't need a warrant.
More importantly, do you have warm hands?
We have rights.
Warm hands? Yes.
You have some nice spices.
Yes.
Well, do what you need to do, man, but be quick about it.
We'll take each
You can
turn.
take your time with me.
Oh.
I'm not being searched.
I'll tell Mrs. White, you'll be questioned first, says Edward Batoli. Come with me to the lounge. The rest of you disperse to various rooms.
But roll a 2d6 first.
Oh dear.
Oops.
Oh, Miss Scarlet, you gain a full you have a full suitcase of marital aids on you.
Well, some butler. Where's the butler gone?
He's in the front office, but people will see you with the suitcase. Yes, madam.
Oh, sorry, we passed
Yes,
like two
yes,
ships in the
whoa,
night.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yo.
Whoa. Oh my, Miss Scarlet, not now.
Can you please carry this for me?
What is it?
It's rather heavy. It is a suitcase full of equipment.
Right, madam. Thank you all for committing hard and rolling 2d6 regardless of how much. I will take it downstairs, he says.
I'll be in the hall drinking a sherry. No, not the hall. That's not how you enter. That's the library.
So, Mrs. White, is it? Says Edward Batoli.
What is that? Don't like you coppers.
Right. Let me ask you a question, he says.
I don't have meth on me. Why would you think that?
I didn't ask about that. But do you have meth on you?
Oh, of course
I'm going
I
to
don't.
search you now, he says. Let's see here. What is this? A trophy from an animal you killed?
Yeah.
What is it? Why do you have a boar's head on you?
It's a trophy. Doesn't everyone carry around a trophy? You rich folk, I do not understand you.
The horns
Everyone
of this,
should carry around a trophy.
The horns of this boar could easily be used as a dildo. And a candle. A bedroll. Were you planning on staying the night here? Staking out the place?
How about you let me search you? I bet there's stuff on you that could be used as a dildo.
He says, come on, we're gonna do a flashback and you're gonna tell me exactly what happened when the lights went out. So hold on, we're doing a flashback here. This is a different room. Don't worry, I kept y'all in the places you went. But this is back at dinner. I don't know if this is the places you were in.
Yeah,
Mrs.
it's close
White,
enough.
tell us what happened. Mrs. White, what did you do when the lights went out?
I was definitely not stashing my drugs under the dining room table.
So tell me what you were doing.
I was discussing with Scarlet about changing her pipe to a meth pipe. Upgrading, if you will. And then the lights turned off and I heard a chicken of some sort.
And
then the lights came on.
that's it? Oh, you also farted, apparently.
I also farted.
I see, you stood stock still, that's your story?
Yes. Well, I had to lean over to fart. It was.
You
I
leaned over.
assumed with the lights off, no one would see me fart, and
Right.
I took the opportunity.
You've known Mr. Alfredo for quite some time.
Yes, I've been visiting him regularly.
Why?
I have business with him. I play music for him. Look at this lyre I have. I must have a musical instrument. I mean, I'm a bard, right?
You have an instrument? Is it stolen?
What? Why would you assume it's stolen?
Just asking questions, Mrs. White.
Is your buds stolen? Are you even a real copper? It's quite a coincidence you just saw up when there's a murder. Did you know there was going to be a murder, Mr. Edward?
Yes, here's my badge. It's real. It's as big as me. Can't forge that.
It's true. It's impossible to forge. That's just that big. I see you are a real copper. I'm sorry.
While
What
this
is that
discussion,
you need of me?
while this discussion is happening, what's Mrs. Peacock doing in the kitchen?
I was getting my pet mouse some bread.
Your pet mouse? What's your pet mouse's name?
Chippers.
Nippers?
No, I said chippers, but nippers works.
Okay, here you go. Oh, great. This is what I found when I looked up mouse. Cheers, Chippers the mouse.
He's doing his
are you-
best.
Oh yeah, it's in my inventory. I found it in there.
Click, click, says Chippers. What's Mr. Green doing in the ballroom?
Looking at everything, how the dancing floor works.
How the
Looks
dance
like-
floor works?
Yes, if it's anything made for any specific type of dance.
I see.
You never know.
What's going on in the billiard room?
Professor Plum is deciding if he can throw this aid out the window without drawing too much attention.
Mm-hmm. Sizing things up and down.
Mhm,
Nervous?
mhm. Naturally. Oh, always, yeah. That's why it's
See.
floppy.
And your poor chicken.
That poor chicken.
Oh my god.
And just,
Crazy
here
much.
you go. You have chicken control now, so you can carry around your dead chicken with you.
Oh, thanks.
Colonel Mustard.
Yes. Sorry, nodded off. Hello.
What are you doing in the library? Sleeping?
I'm staring hard at these rows and rows of beautiful, beautiful leather-bound books and their year's worth of knowledge, and just wishing I could read.
Italian or in general?
Yeah.
Yes. And Miss Scarlet Scarlet, what are you doing in the study?
I'm looking for Fettuccine's secret stash of sherry, and also possibly some incriminating evidence for the trials after the war, to incriminate him as a fascist.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Oh, I have proficiency.
Oh, you find the missing sherry, but sadly, no incriminating evidence except for the baked anarchist.
Ah, darn. And I start drinking the sherry. Actually, I think Colonel Mustard might want some, so I'm going to roll to get over there.
Oh, you beautiful
Well,
man.
Y'all will just
Go
have to
to
guess
take-
what these options mean. Sorry,
Woman.
folks.
One.
I know you only have the one eye, but I am a woman.
I've been shot in both of them. I just kept the other for appearance of the thing.
So you literally can't
Truth be
see.
told, can't see a thing.
In the library, the door suddenly opens.
Ah, if it isn't Richard Austin Butler, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden himself.
Shh. Quick, Colonel, before anybody sees. Now's our
What?
chance.
Then kiss me, you damn fool.
I I will, he says.
So I've stopped outside the door. Can I roll a perception to just hear what's going on in there? Seeing.
Sure. Oh, wait. Oh, this is very convenient. Okay, you hear perception. You hear, kiss me, you damn fool. You're about to kiss Colonel Mustard when suddenly the doorbell rings. Boom, boom. What in God's name? I'll be back, my love. Oh! This is Scarlet.
Oh, is this the library? I have not
yes,
been in
yes,
this
excuse me. I
manner
have
for a
to
while.
get the door. You hear shouting.
Well,
You hear shouting from suddenly him shouting from the hall. Who the fuck ordered pizza?
Pizza is that one of those new contraptions?
yes, I believe it's bread with tomato sauce on top of it.
Oh, it's
Some sort of Italian thing.
disgusting.
Yo.
Sorry
Give
about that,
Give me a
guys.
good old fried
Is
tripe any
that
day of the week.
important?
You ordered pizza, Mr. Green?
Yes, I did.
Well, roll a bunch of d6s and get over here. Let's
I
just
say,
follow
Colonel,
Mr.
would you like some of
Green
this sharing?
as he slowly walks up to the hall.
Riveting action.
This- Okay, you don't have a heart attack yet.
It's closer every day.
They'll be here eventually, says the butler to the pizza delivery man. this is the best pizza token I could find. They're coming.
Is it burnt toast?
They're coming.
That's not pizza at all.
They bet the pizza. Why did you order pizza? We're in the middle of a murder
Because
mystery.
I was starting to get hungry. That's why.
Here's your
Everyone
damn
needs pizza when they're hungry.
I hope you're happy.
Thanks, I am. I'll just sit in the little corner here, and eat my pizza.
Okay. I think we're at the halfway point here. Somehow. The mystery will further develop. Will the murderer be uncovered? Will the pizza be eaten? Will Colonel Mustard and the butler ever make love on the library floor? Will the marital aids ever be used for anything other than murder? We'll find out after this 10-minute break. Intermission. So, I'll see y'all back in 10 minutes.
See you then.
And we will make a prediction, but obviously the prediction is going to be who was the murderer. So you can place your bets now, folks, once I get it input. What are the options again?
Maybe it was the chicken. Maybe it's a murder-suicide.
Professor Plum. This is Peacock. Mr. Green. Mrs. White. Colonel Mustard. Or Miss Scarlet. Alright, you got 10 minutes to guess, folks. Place your bets. Or none of the above.
Dun dun dun.
Place your bets now. We'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go get a snack. That's improv, baby. It's always so sexy. Yes. Okay, be back in just a little winky doodle here.
How is the chat doing tonight? Today? This evening? Afternoon?
Okay. I made myself a sandwich with chocolate hummus. Pineapple on pizza.
Didn't even know chocolate hummus was a thing.
Matt just says pineapple.
The magic of pineapple. I actually, personally, I like pineapple on pizza. However, my partner is allergic to pineapple. We don't have it.
Well, you would say that as a Canadian, because Hawaiian pizza is a Canadian invention. Fun fact.
Yeah. And it's
Oh.
good.
I also agree. I think Hawaiian pizza is great.
No, I love Hawaiian pizza.
But I just put pineapple on, like, other pizza.
Oh yeah. Just good, but good general
Topping for pizza.
topping. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Pineapple is good.
Who's bet on the thing? I'm just curious. Okay, 93% voted Professor Plum. And 7% voted Colonel Mustard.
I still think it was the chicken myself.
Okay, never mind. It was just one person who put down over 1,000 points on Professor Plum.
That's personal.
Got some beef against him.
What's that?
I know, we'll find out whenever they chat with the one next to their name. If they do so.
Howdy.
Did you vote for yourself? Take that as a no. For now.
I just got back.
Right.
Yes.
I was getting some ginger beer and a bagel. What was the vote for?
Pardon?
I was gone during the intermission. I'm sorry.
It was for who did it.
Oh, who done it?
Who done it?
How could you be going for the intermission? That's like
Well,
the
it
most
was-
exciting part.
I'm sorry.
Very suspicious. All I'm saying.
Why did you take a break during the break?
Yeah, who says that? Psychopaths, is who?
Well, I can't deny that. That's pretty damning.
Okay. Let's get back into the action. A murder most foul was committed. 2 murders, because the other one was also most foul, but the other kind of foul. Mrs. Peacock better watch out, eh?
No, I know.
Ew.
I'm running.
I didn't get it.
Because she's a peacock. Foul.
Is a bigger foul?
Still don't get it.
Yeah. Well, it's a foul murder of peacocks.
A peacock is a fowl. A fowl is just a bird.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, I thought it was a specific type of bird.
I
That's-
disagree.
you're thinking of poultry.
Disagree.
Yeah, foul can also mean like not good. Or like
You're
smelly.
wrong. I'm just kidding.
Okay. We rejoin Mrs.
yeah.
Peacock feeding chippers. As you hear a knock on the kitchen door, Mrs. Peacock. Mrs. Peacock, you in there? Mrs. Peacock?
Hello? Yeah? Just feeding my rat?
I have some questions for you.
For me? Are you sure? I'm
Yes.
just a little bird. Okay.
Sure. I heard that you barely knew Mr. Alfredo. He brought you here to humiliate you. Is that true?
Yeah, but he offered free food too, so I'm kind of in the middle of that. Is he trying to humiliate me, or is he trying to be generous? I don't know, truly.
Oh, he definitely brought you here to humiliate you.
No.
There's no need to play coy, Mrs. Peacock. We all know that you did it. He gauges your
no.
reaction. Not denying it, I see.
Me and Chill, well, you're gonna suspect me either way, so.
Why do you say that?
Well, because that's your job.
His eyes narrow. Mrs. Peacock,
I narrow my eyes.
I heard you were chased as a turkey. Tell me,
Yes.
how many dildos does that mouse have inside him right now?
Sir. What? No.
What? What was that?
He has no dildos. How many do you have, Professor?
Do you mind if I search you? And I'm not a professor.
Well, detective? Yeah, you can search me.
Ah, a map of the city you grew up in. What is this? A token to remember your parents by? Why is it a dildo? Oh, it's to remember your partner by. Okay, that makes sense.
Jesus.
I changed it. Just a tad.
Oh. Good quick thinking. So, you have this dildo on you. Don't you think that's a little suspicious?
Well, what? No. Mine's not. It's not that big. See, we're turkeys. We're small. See. Look at the size of this thing. It's about as big as your finger.
Right. And this little bag of sand?
Oh, that's how I can throw at people trying to stab me with the spear. See, I got this one in my butt already, and then I turn around.
Life on the streets has been harsh for you, Mrs. Peacock. Could you tell me what exactly happened when the lights went out, from your perspective?
Well, see, the lights went out. It got scared. Well, it got, dark, so I just kind of jumped again, flapped my wings, and when the lights came to, I was landing over here.
Flapped around, and then landed over there. Why?
Wait, I was scared. This is a high spot. Well, I guess people can still grab me, but, retrospective, higher up I am, safer I am, right?
So you acknowledge that you got up and moved rapidly around the room?
Oh, yeah.
I see, he writes down in his notebook. And that's it? You didn't hear or see anything else suspicious?
Heard another bird chirp, chalk, cock, but I didn't pay too mind to it. I figured it was the butler in the kitchen.
Right.
Well, it's kind of suspicious myself, saying it now out loud.
Thank you, Mrs. Peacock, says Bertoli.
Yeah. Yes, sir, anytime.
Don't leave this
Yes.
mansion.
I'll try not to.
Let's go back to Professor Plum. You're alone in the billiard room. What are you doing with your dead bird?
Just being completely and totally innocent and yourself.
Are you asking the dead bird?
Oh god.
I'm dead!
Oh, my sweet, your name is Chartreuse now. Oh, my sweet Chartreuse, I cannot believe they have done this to you.
Who would murder both Mr. Alfredo and Chartreuse? The chicken. What motive? I hope whoever did it is thinking of a good reason for killing both of these people at the same time right now. You're gonna have to explain both when the time comes. So good luck.
Oh, what I would give to lay you to rest. Perhaps
knock,
in the
knock.
kitchen.
Mr. Professor Plum?
He is startled, but gently nudges the chicken underneath the billiard table and comes to address the door.
Alone in the billiard room.
So it appears, yes.
I'm surprised. I heard you were very neurotic. I would presume so. Edward Bottoli.
Needs some auto-tune. Oh, well, that, to call me neurotic is a very, offensive insinuation.
Right.
I am here merely caught up in this murder, along with the other guests. Thoroughly you can understand.
What's that smell? Smells like barbecue in here.
Perhaps it could be your top lip? Do you recall what you had for lunch, detective?
Step aside, he says.
He raises his hands and goes along willingly.
There's a dead chicken under this billiard table. Is it yours?
Oh, yes. I suppose I could have acknowledged my beloved friend underneath the table.
This is a
But,
crucial piece of evidence.
Her life was taken, therefore she is not truly with us anymore. Therefore it is not inaccurate to say that we are alone in this room.
Right, I'm gonna have to search you, Professor.
Can I make a deception roll to see if I can throw this aid out the window?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
No. I mean, he
Unfortunate.
sees you pick it up. He sees you holding it. What's that? May I see? He says, reaching for it. Is this your druidic focus?
Okay, there.
Can I say yes? Is that deception? Is that genuine?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, it sure is now. Just happens to be a bit intimidating, albeit flopping around.
This matches the bruise marks all over the body. Where did you get this?
This is a relic that has been passed down to me through generations. Thank you, sir.
I see.
This is my druidic focus.
Nope, they're a druid.
Elidrin, druid, gladiator.
I hear
Apparently.
you're a gladiator. You must know how to fight, Professor.
See, that would be a common assumption. What we do in my school of gladiation is not beat each other down, but lift each other up through healing. Whoever exits the ring with less wounds is actually the victor.
A likely story, he says. Tell me what happened.
Oh, well, I was
When
coming
the
to
lights went
visit. I came to visit my alumni, and I heard the shrieking, the thuds, the window breaking, all of the havoc and panic. And I simply ducked next to my chicken.
Your chicken was still alive when this happened?
Yes.
And how did they die?
I mean, I do recall my druidic focus falling out of my pocket, but I don't see any
You didn't think that was
reasonable.
important to mention?
I'm mentioning it now, am I not?
Who was sitting next to you?
Who was sitting next to me?
It's right there, I think. Wait, are you on the map?
Oh, I was looking at my sheet, sorry. I was across from Colonel Mustard.
Colonel
And
Mustard.
I do. Yes.
And?
And although we were not next to one another, I do recall seeing Mr. Green and Mrs. Peacock across the room from me. All within 2 steps, more or less.
You said you heard the sound of a crashing window. Which one?
It would have been across from the room, not directly next to me, lest I would have felt the glass puncture. Perhaps it was not a window at all. Perhaps it was one of the glasses of sherry. I only recall hearing the sound and not the source.
Sherry,
It was
you
dark.
say? Interesting.
Several glasses, yes.
This has been very informative, Professor. Very informative indeed.
I'm always glad to be of assistance, so long as it does involve my own aids.
Keep safe, Professor.
Always. And likewise.
I want to know what Miss Scarlet, and Colonel Mustard are discussing.
So as I was saying, Miss Scarlet, it's wax, brush, and wax again.
I say that is absolutely fascinating. But I was asking you about the war.
Oh, in that case, it's shoot, run, then shoot again.
No, the
war.
current war.
Oh, the current war? I don't know. I pay attention to nothing. I've been retired for 35 years. I'm a very old.
Surely they've approached
man.
you as a sort of to ask advice on matters pertaining to the war. Surely the Home Office has contacted you in some respect, as an esteemed colonel that you are.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't hear a word of that. And outside of the game is because my connection went all over the place. But I'm a deaf old man.
I was asking if the Home Office has contacted you. Ask advice.
Home office? I don't even know where my own home is on a good day, old chap.
Well, they try. What do you think of this murder business? Who do you think has done it?
Honestly, could be anybody. I had meant to ask you, though, what were you doing with that suspiciously bulgy suitcase earlier that you passed off to my good friend Rab the butler?
That is neither here nor there. It is my private... Even in a murder case, one has some degree of privacy. Or privacy, as this accent would probably say that word.
It's your accent, my dear. You use it however you see fit.
Yes, this is
Fair enough,
certainly my accent.
I will remove my
always
nose from your lumpy suitcase.
Yes, that is only one of 2 lumpy suitcases I have.
Jesus.
Well, only one of them has marital aids. I
Ah.
assume you were asking about the one that I had with me.
Well, at my age, you need all the help you can get, you see.
Yes, that was, I actually don't
Plus,
know
I had-
where it is at the moment.
Neither do I. It was shot off in the war.
Your what?
A lot of things. A lot
Let's have
of
a
things shot off
flashback
in
to
the war.
that.
Uh-oh.
To the war. When you were fighting.
Ah, yes. My younger days.
Wait, the Boer War? I don't know.
Why not? And apparently Mr. Green's here with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And here you were fighting Nana Muscuri. You never take me alive! Nana Muscuri shoots you and runs.
We'll beat you yet, you cruel tyrant. Ah, you've shot off me penis and testicles.
Well, you're bleeding profusely. I think I should stop the bleeding and unfortunately let her run.
Please do. I could do with a bandage and or a bullet in the brain.
Oh, I was thinking just burning it off.
I think she's already done that for you.
Well, yes. Well, then just burning the rest of it.
Why not? What more damage can be done? If I could also please have copious amounts of morphine.
Unfortunately, I do not have any of that. But I
We're in
do
the
have a
armed-
rock. I can knock you out for now.
Anything will do. We're in the armed forces in possibly the 20s. Morphine was all over the place. Drug me up, good friend. And that, Miss Scarlet, is how I lost it all in the war.
That's just fascinating. I love hearing old people talk about things I wasn't relevant. Was that where you met my husband then?
One of them, yes.
Yes, of course, my second husband. I mean,
Yes.
yes.
The sequel's never good as the original, is it?
No, and neither is the prequel or the what's the word for the fourth movie?
I believe it's called a mistake.
Mr. Green?
That is also my fourth husband.
Mr. Green?
Yes,
May I have some words with you?
you're already having some words with me. I don't think I can refuse it at this
course.
point.
Of course, and I respect and honor our troops, says Edward Batoli. Anyways, did you murder Mr. Fettuccine Alfredo? Not that I would just disrespect our troops like this. But did you murder Mr. Fettuccine Alfredo?
No, I did not.
Would you mind telling me what happened when the lights went out?
Well, I was just standing listening to them babbling on and looking at the stuff on the walls. They have some words, but words just don't do them justice.
Got it. And then the lights went out and?
Well, since I couldn't see the stuff on the wall anymore, I just looked into the darkness.
You stayed perfectly
Waiting.
stock still. You didn't hear anything?
Yes, nothing.
I see.
Well, I did hear Miss Peacock be running around. I'm quite sure it was Miss Peacock that was running around because she was suddenly behind me when the light came on.
Makes sense. Why did you order pizza?
I was hungry.
I see. You have a long history of amputating genitalia in your time as a soldier. Do you think that would have given you any experience in murder?
Oh no, I just removed some genitalia. I do not murder.
Including
Well.
this trophy taken from a fallen enemy?
He was already dead when I took out that
Right.
trophy.
You've made the Italian army proud. We respect our troops. Thank you, Mr. Green. Mrs. White, what are you doing with the badge?
I'm the cop now.
You're the officer?
Mm-hmm. So, Edward, what is the information we have? Clearly,
What?
you can see that I'm
You're
a
not-
cop. This
Yes.
this badge cannot be faked, as you can see the size of it.
I guess that's true. He says, "All right, you're the chief investigator now, Mrs. White," says Edward Batoli.
So let's confer what is the information we have.
Seems like nobody has a straight answer.
Well, I say the butler did it, and we call it a day.
The butler. We haven't even asked Miss Scarlet or Colonel Mustard anything, Mrs. White. I mean, Officer White.
Alright, we'll go ask Scarlet and Mr. Mustard. Then we'll accuse the butler. And we'll call it a day.
Yeah, yes, sir. Knock, knock, knock.
And that's how my sixth husband died. Oh, come on in. Would you like some sherry, detective?
The head detective is coming in a second, says Edward Batoli.
I thought you were the head detective.
No.
I have some
Interesting.
questions from you too.
Oh,
Please sit down.
well, we're already sitting on these chaise lounge, drinking sherry. So if you want to join us, feel free.
Perfect. Please stand up and then sit back down.
Okay.
I'll stand if you don't mind. The old knees, they don't work too good. They were shot off in the war.
No,
May I
Please
lay
avoid
down
sitting.
sort
Can we
of
have a-
seductively?
Can we have a flashback to your knees being shot off in the war?
Look, Dan. Ah, Green. Good to be on duty with you again. So shortly after recovering from having my penis and testicles shot off.
Suddenly, Doc the
Yes.
dwarf appears. You'll never take me alive! He fires 2 shots and flees.
Oh God, me kneecaps!
Why do you stand exactly where they shoot?
I think they
Do I
plan
have
like
to-
that.
No,
I think
have
that's
to
how
burn
being
off
shot
your
works.
kneecaps.
A shame. I respect our troops, says Edward Batoli.
When you say art troops, this is clearly a British man, and we're in Italy.
Yes, I mean, I'm American, so I don't know anymore.
Oh, you're American, a Yank in Italy in 1943. What?
As a detective,
what-
yes.
Are you a member of the military yourself?
No.
Oh, you were just visiting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Look, see what
what
that
did you-
see what the badge says? It says Union City Police. So we're just
New
any
York.
city with a union.
Oh.
I'm a valid
My
police
fourth-
officer.
My fourth husband was from New York.
Oh. Oh my.
He died in a tragic car accident where
How many
I hit him
husbands?
with a car.
How many husbands have you had?
Oh, I've lost count, dear.
Let's see. What is your nationality?
What is what?
Your nationality?
My nationality. Oh, well. Oh, you mean on my passport?
Of course.
Which, I mean, not which one. Obviously, I only have the one. I'm from the UK.
You,
British.
Mr. Mustard.
I do.
Very strange. UK. What does that stand for? This is very suspicious.
The United Kingdom, dear.
It's the United Kingdom, good sir. Reigned
Yes.
over by our good King George. How very dare you.
Yes.
It sounds made up.
God save the king.
Please,
I agree,
Miss
officer.
Scarlet.
I mean, if you go back far enough, everything's made up, really, isn't it?
Yes, countries and nationalities are sort of only theoretical concepts that we bring into existence by believing in them hard enough, as a collective group.
Yes,
Colonel?
what they said.
Miss Scarlet, would you mind
Yes.
telling us what happened when the lights went out?
Yes,
Oh.
ladies first, of course.
Certainly. I was sitting next to Mr. Fettuccini and the door, and as the lights went out, I simply stood by waiting for them to come back.
I don't believe you.
Very well. I may have stepped out momentarily, but I did not murder Fettuccini. I had business to attend to.
What did you do?
Will I be protected if I reveal the truth?
Sure. Nobody here is actually Italian, apparently.
Can you bring my suitcase? Who has my suitcase? The other suitcase?
The butler.
Yes. Butler!
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. I had to. I'm rushing around because it's about to become very dark and stormy.
Can I have my suitcase back, please?
All of a sudden, it starts snowing outside. Strange this time of year. Gives you your suitcase.
The weather outside is
Yes,
frightful.
initially in 1943, it is snowing. Anyway, this is not a suitcase, but it is a long-distance communication device. It's a radio.
What?
A dildo-powered radio.
For I am...
Why, it's filled with marrow-delays.
Yes, those are a cover. I am not actually Miss Scarlet. I am Miss Red Scarlet, a
Miss
Soviet
Red
agent.
Scarlet, infamous international spy.
Yes, it is I. I have been here on mission to serve this great Soviet nation, USSR.
I knew it. It was the butler.
But I did not murder Mr. Fettuccini.
That explains all the dead husbands.
It does. Most of them were American agents.
Meerkat agents? What are they?
American agents.
Ah, sorry, I got a earshot off in the war.
Yes.
Can we have a flashback to that, please?
Oh god.
Please, no, not a flashback.
Ah, Green. Good to see you again. Pushing me around in my wheelchair.
All of a sudden, Johnny Test appears.
Oh god, make it end.
You'll never take me alive. He shoots twice.
Me ears. Oh no. I'll never wear those beautiful hoop earrings again.
Those were fantastic cube earrings.
You seem to have
They
lost a
suited my
lot,
face.
Colonel Mustard. Mind telling us what happened when the lights went out from your perspective?
I'd be happy to. Edward Patoli. I was... Thanks. I was stood there, and, you know, a man of my age, when the lights go out, I tend to think I may be dying. So I stood there for a while and panicked, thinking it may be the end. And then I heard an awful fart from the direction of Mrs. White. I heard a fluttering sound from probably Mrs. Peacock. I heard a door, I think it was a door. And then I heard the distinct, unmistakable sound of a chicken dying.
Thought you
And
had
then
the
that's
ears
interesting.
rolled on.
Unmistakable sound of a chicken.
Nobody else said that they heard a chicken dying, just a squawk.
When you've lived as many years as I have, young man, you tend to tell your dead birds apart. And when you've been shot as many times as I have, you have an impeccable sense for danger.
Mrs. Officer White, should we search him?
No, he's okay.
Okay.
Search me
I'll
if you
look on
need
the
to.
hand.
Search me if you need to. I'm an old man, it's been a while.
Alright, let's search him. Go ahead.
All right. Mr. Mustard. What's this? A prayer book and a holy symbol. You're a religious man.
Well, I figure every year I'm closer to God, so I may as well learn something about him.
Interesting. 1,000 ball bearings.
Yes, that's all the shrapnel that's been removed from me over the years.
And a dildo that you can drive in the ground to put a tent down.
Yes. Always be prepared. You never know when you have to rough sleep.
5. I see.
Did you say a dildo?
Yes, a dildo. 5 dildos.
Then-
You drive. Sorry.
Anything is-
Titans, I guess you call
Anything
them.
is if you're brave or lonely enough.
Why are there so many dildos?
It's Italy in 1943. There's a lot of suppressed sexuality.
It's one for each day of the week, you see. None for the weekend, they're holy days.
That explains it. Why don't you have any dildos, Edward?
Me? Because I'm an American, he says.
Ah, he's one of those Puritans.
Would you like to get married, American? I have a recent opening.
I couldn't, he says.
Forbidden love, etc., so forth.
Enough of this, says
2 birds,
Richard.
1 bush.
It says Richard Austin Butler, Rab, Baron, Butler of Saffron Walden. You've questioned everyone. What more is there to ask? Secrets have become revealed. Secret loves have gone untouched. Chickens have died. Well, many things were lost in war, apparently. Isn't it time to deduce who did it? Officers?
Oh, Richard, you're so forceful.
Yes, he says, his eyes glistening as he looks at you. We're gonna turn it to the chat. Chat, you can take your guesses now. I mean, you already did the predictions, but now that you've heard everything, we'll just put up a poll here. Did it? Mrs. White is no longer eligible because she's an officer.
I rest myself.
Literally made a get out of jail free card.
And will you be right? I don't know. Place your bets. Well, Mrs. White, it's all up to you. Please, take us through the deductive process to tell us who you think did it.
I have thought about this for a long time, and I believe it was the butler.
What? Me?
Come on, get him! Quick! Let's all roll to get him!
What?
Please! Please! I've caught you!
But I couldn't. It can't be me. I mean, you all subdue the butler. I think it was the butler. So you really think it was me then? Says the butler.
Edward, what do you think?
Me? I think it was the butler, says Edward, but I think he had an accomplice. Somebody he worked alongside do this.
Very well. Going through the detective process. We know it was the butler. And it was the butler who did it. And it was the butler.
Wait
The
a second.
butler. Yes?
Where's Mustardon going?
Mr. Mustard had walked out the door moments ago. I hope.
Damn it!
I thought people would notice, but I don't.
After him! Everyone
me,
roll 2d6.
All along! You'll never
Yeah, I
take me
will
alive.
stay and think, Sherry.
Well, there we go.
I may not have either of my knees, eyes, or ears, but you'll never take me alive.
That's right. Me and Colonel Mustard murdered Mr. Alfredo together, so our love could never be stopped. How is he even running without any legs?
Sheer damn willpower.
As this is happening, can I untie the butler?
Oh,
Let
God,
him
of
live
course.
outside the window.
Mr. Green, make an athletics check. And to grapple, and Colonel Mustard, make an acrobatics or athletics check to test.
Oh yes, I'm definitely acrobatic at my age.
Sorry, what did you want to do, Red Scarlet?
I would like to untie the butler and to let him escape to his true love.
Haha! Unhand me.
What? Thanks. Mr. Green, you have no luck.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I better roll for the butler too.
He
Oh,
was
he got an
too
11.
strong.
2, 3. He picks up the pizza, I guess. 4, 5, 6. No! 7, 8, 9, 10,
Head for the hill.
11.
Richard Austin, Butler, Rab, Baron, Butler of Saffron Walden.
Can I cast guidance? Can I get that extra D4?
Meanwhile, Mrs. Peacock is playing the piano with her pen. Anyways, back to the.
Brilliant chase music.
Sorry, what were
What
you
is
doing?
that beautiful tune?
Oh my god, Mrs. Green, you catch up to Colonel Mustard again.
It's not exactly difficult.
Grapple.
He's missing his knees and his.
No, you're rolling acrobatics. It's athletics for you to grapple.
Oops.
He breaks free again, Colonel Mustard. Actually, this is like Colonel Mustard. This was your friend in war who saved your lives multiple times, and now they're apprehending you. I feel like this is like a moment.
I feel like we're in that old movie, Point Break.
Don't you have anything to say, Mr. Green? Like, why? Or whatever?
Why are you running? Are you really the one who did it?
I did, and I'd do it again. I beat him to death with that gigantic piece of work.
Why?
He was a terrible, terrible person. He was a snob. He was a fascist. He ate a person in front of us. I think that's enough motive, and I just felt like it.
That was
And then after I was
really my
done-
question. Why didn't you let me in on it?
I was giving you plausible deniability, old man. If you didn't know it was me, you couldn't go down alongside me.
I could have helped you, and since they think that it was the butler, if you didn't run, you probably had come away with it.
Thank you for calling it running. If anything, it was a high-speed shuffle. I've got no knees.
Well, I try my best to be friendly. We did go to all of those places
Yes,
that they shot
after
you
all,
at.
You did pull out all 1,000 bullets that I keep in a bag on my person at all times.
I could have helped you.
I just can't live a life without my butler.
Well, it's not too late. You told me the truth. Let's just run away.
Let's have a flashback to when. Wait.
I've not got much left to be shot off. I'll be entirely honest with you, old man.
Rogue Nickelodeon Guts player appears. You'll never take me alive, and he shoots you twice in the heart.
Oh my! Each of my kidneys and my heart, apparently.
I can't remove the heart, but I'll remove your kidneys and replace them with this rock. I believe it will function perfectly.
As long as you use pumice stone, they've built the things fairly well. That should do the job.
And here, you can have my last batch of melt. It's
That'll
not
do the
much,
job.
but...
So as I was saying, Mr. Green, remember the good old days where you performed open heart and kidney surgery on me in a dusty road after I was shot by a badly animated character?
So,
I will always remember it.
And that's why I did it.
the truth has come out, says Rab. That's right. I murdered, and I'd do it again. Mr. Alfredo was an awful man, and he stood in the way of my love. And you would arrest me for killing him?
Just to interject, one point. He was a fascist, and we're, pretty bad, all things considered.
Yeah, I'm glad it's dead.
Oh my god. Suddenly, the real butler is summoned.
Whoa!
Hello. What a twist.
What a twist! Oh god.
What? What is this? He says, looking behind him. I am the real butler.
I've got good news and I've got bad news for you, old chap.
What?
Well, depending on how you take it, one of them is that your employer is dead. The second is that you can look for a better job.
Right. Yes.
Or, just take the house. Squatters' rights.
Yes, Wait, is nobody going to arrest me? He says, looking back at Officer White.
I gave you the badge.
Oh, you gave me the badge? Wait, so I'm the officer here?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Congratulations.
I wanted
Right.
him dead too. Let's just arrest Edward and call it a day.
Right, Edward, you're under arrest. Butler, who's now my butler because I own this home, arrest him. Yes. No, you can't do this to Edward Batoli. I can do whatever I want, says Rab. Red Scarlet, Professor Plum, Officer White, Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green, thank you.
I murdered him too. And the
Yeah, I
lights turned
tried,
out.
but I was going to do it, but someone got there first. So,
I
full
stabbed him with a
transparency.
meth syringe.
Oh, but methamphetamine is a safe drug for
is
use in
smoked.
headaches. Yes, I
Yes,
don't.
also methamphetamine is completely legal in this era. It's used by
And,
soldiers.
and safe and harmless and perfectly.
I mean, if anything, you made him harder for me to kill.
You can inject it too, right?
Yes, and that...
I forced him to smoke it when the lights were off, and I gave him a dangerously large amount.
Well, says Richard Austin Butler Rab, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden.
Officer Richard.
Yes. Officer Richard Austin Butler Rab, Baron Butler of Saffron Walden Mustard, pizza delivery man, and Baron of Alfredo Manor.
Such an entrepreneur.
And
What say we have some baked fascist for dinner?
sounds fantastic. And Professor Plum, are you single?
With the departure of my beloved partner, Chartreuse, yes, I am.
You were bonking. Interesting. I do not
wait.
judge.
Okay, we have a closing monologue from Chartreuse the Dead Chicken. Ark! And so our heroes went their separate ways. Rab Butler, inspired by the events going on, moved back home and started a domestic policy known as buttskullism, apparently. That's literally what it was called. What the Buttskull- I'm not kidding. It's a fusion of his name with Hugh Gateskell, and they call it buttskullism. That was the social policy he started. After his tenure as butler. Professor Plum became not an adjunct, but a fully tenured professor over at Oxford University, where he taught not only healing, but also how to care for chickens. Red Scarlet would go on to help her country in the war effort, and eventually she would leak nuclear secrets to the USSR and promulgate the Cold War.
It was all me.
Officer White would eventually lobby to have meth made illegal so that she could profit more. Colonel Mustard would shack up with Rab and eventually move with him back to England, where he would spend the rest of his life wheelchair
Approximately
bound.
a week.
One more week of his life left before he died from kidney failure, or lack thereof. Mr. Green would go on to lecture about the war to everyone he met. And eventually, he would, when the Candy War was over, he would finally let loose his suppressed feelings about Count Drangdar and write a book. And Edward Batole and the real butler, well, the real butler ate Edward Batoli. He turned out to be a monster that haunted the manor and killed anyone who entered for the rest of time. And me, Chartreuse, I died.
What of Mrs. Peacock?
What? Oh, right. And Mrs. Peacock... Sorry, almost forgot. Mrs. Peacock would go on to be the greatest ballroom player in England. And she would revolutionize ragtime by just jumping on the keys over and over with her peacock talons. She and Chippers would go on to start a new craze called rock and roll.
Oh my
They
god.
never lived in obscurity again. And that's our story. That's the story of Clue. Thank you everybody for tuning in for this community challenge. If you'd like to suggest the next community challenge, you can become a patron over at patreon.com/totalimprov. Thank you for the bits. Have a wonderful night, and remember, don't get murdered. And that's our story today. That's our tale. What a tale.
I had a tail. It was shot off in the war.
No, we're not doing another flashback. It's over.
My flashback was also shot off in the war.
Oh my god, Butt skullism.
I genuinely thought you were doing
No.
like it sounded like a improv bit.
No, butt
Like-
skullism.
like-
It refers to a consensus established in the 1950s with the exercise of office as Chancellor of Exchequer.
It sounds like something you need a cream for.
Butt skullism. Yeah, butt
help
skullism is
me
what
out.
happens when you lose your
Terrible
butt in the
butt
war.
skullism. I mean, where you're saying Chancellor of the Exchequer as well, that is almost certainly British government, which makes perfect sense.
Yes. What a tale. What a tale. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to our 6 players. Let's get a huge round of applause for our 6 players today. Reese, Salty Pitchfork, Tsunade, Alolanval Pix, Maria B, and for his first time premiering, and what an excellent job he did, literally taking over the authority of the game, Jack C. C. Jack, our esteemed Summonator creator, and now esteemed player.
And police officer.
And police officer. What would you like to say to all the folks out there at home watching, Jack? Thanks. Great. Well, we'll be turning to Patreon soon to ask about the next community challenge, but for now, thank you everybody for tuning in. If you'd like to see more of this, you can follow and subscribe and blah blue 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 blue. It's on YouTube and stuff. Go check out the links below the Twitch VOD. And I think we'll just round it off there.
Yep.
That was fun. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you all. As always, we'll end this off with a raid. Who are we raiding? We'll find... You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna see... It's very low odds, but I'm gonna look up Clue and see if anybody's streaming Clue. Nope.
Oh.
RaidChess.com.
Then we'll just raid somebody, as per usual, in the Dungeons & Dragons category. Who needs a little love this Friday? Let's go send a little love to Forgotten Descent, Session 5 with Boopbot. Ah, they got a cute little thing. Okay, let's go send some love to Boopbot. Remember when you joined to tell them it's improv, baby. And please, have a wonderful weekend. Don't get murdered. Bye, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Farewell.
Bye.
Okay, and the raid hath been sent through.